So here we are in a 2015 Focus ST. We're just doing some evaluations to try to figure out why we're having such high charge air temp readings with the 2015 model year specifically. Currently what you're looking at on the right is a digital thermometer with a probe that's sitting just outside my driver's door, and that's reading an ambient of about 82 degrees Fahrenheit. What I'll do now is I'll go ahead and switch that over to probe 2, which is currently inserted to the cold side of the intercooler, just shortly after where the sensor that reads both pressure and temperature is located. And we believe that that's what drives the charge air temperature reading that we can see off the access port on the left hand side. So let me switch that now. Alright, so that gives us temperature number 2. And we can see that that is sitting just a little under 83 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe just a touch over at times. But on the right hand, or on the left hand side, excuse me, we can see that the charge air temp is reading about 109.5 degrees Fahrenheit. The ambient air temperature is reading a little high from the car. The interior gauges also seem to confirm 86 degrees. The intake temperature maybe 94 degrees, that's who knows. But we're seeing some differences across the board. But certainly the biggest difference here that we're seeing is that in the intercooler, just after the intercooler, it's 83 degrees, but the car thinks it's 109 degrees. What I'll try to do to see if we can maybe try to excite maybe a little bit of extra heat through the intake tract is I'll take the car, take the revs up onto the the launch control, which is set at 3,500 RPMs, and it tends to build somewhere between 6 and 8 pounds of boost. We'll hold that for several seconds and see if maybe we can notice where we have some temperatures moving. So let me put the gear selector in first and hold in the clutch, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're down to, get the lighting in here so you guys can see it. We're down to about 82.5 before we start the launch control test, and here we go. So we can see that the charge air temperature after the intercooler climbed a few degrees, 2 or 3 degrees, maybe 4, I don't remember exactly what it was. And we can see on the left hand side where it climbed about 2 degrees. So there is a parallelness there in the amount that they're rising, but they're still reading two very different numbers. Well, hope this information is helpful just to confirm what actual temperatures we are seeing out of the intercooler. And to be clear, this is coming off of a aftermarket intercooler that is a little bit larger than factory, but not that that should bear too much difference on why we're having such a large temperature difference between actual and what the car thinks it is.